embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
I am suffering. It's hard to take. How many years?
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Sofia back here on Sofia's Football Talk, live from Dubai. Welcome to my humble above, as Manchester United indeed, lost not 1, but 2-0 to Newcastle United in another Premier League game. I believe that this is another loss, right? It's about, 4 losses, I believe. Pretty bad. We were at an all-time high with the 2-1 win against Man City in the Manchester Derby, and here we are losing again to Newcastle. Will it ruin my vacation? No, it won't. It will certainly not ruin my vacation, but it still makes me annoyed. I'll be joined by my good friend Eddy from Eddy's Football Waffle very soon, but I need to have a few minutes where I talk and give my full-on thoughts. But before I do, make sure that you, of course, give this video here a big thumbs up, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for new people to see and new people to react to. I hope that the audio sounds okay. I'm literally using these earbuds as I ain't got a mic that can be connected to the computer, unfortunately. But we're making it work. This is the last live stream of the year and the last before I travel back on Sunday. So we just have to make do what we got. But either way, subscribe as well if you are new. I was about to say we're on the road to 5K, but we got that before the year ended. Woohoo! At least, yes, Man United. Losing, but I stay winning, me personally. So thank you for that. But the road for the year ahead will be 10K for 2025. Just so you know. Pick up the football with Ensign's pick up. Have a great stream. I hope Man United lose. That's exactly what we did. And we're going to be playing you guys on Sunday. And I'll be coming back, knock on wood, a few hours before that Liverpool Man United game. Am I looking forward to that game? No. But right now, one game at a time, focusing on dissecting this game first. Big up Eddy. Bad festive period here, so bad, but dropping a like as always for you, sis. My broski always great dude. By the way, if you want to become an SFT member and help the community grow even further, then the link is pinned in the chat, but also in the description box. Big up to Alumba, big up Ravi. Yes, Happy New Year now. It's madness to think that it's New Year's Eve today. I mean, the clock here in Dubai is like, we're like 20 minutes away from 3 o'clock. So we're less than 24 hours away from saying goodbye 2024 and hello 2025, which is mad. I think it's quite mad. But hey, pick up the MASH channel, pick up Schlots. How did you do what? Yes, Yao Khalas. Ain't nobody stressing over here. Yeah, just a lot of these players simply aren't good enough indeed. Zirkzee will get dropped out of the next match day squad. Yeah, we will talk about it. We will talk about it. So, first and foremost, obviously, game ended in 2-0. First goal from Alexander Isak. I instantly, in a good header, but Lord have mercy, nobody even jumped, attempted to jump to try to clear the ball away. Our defending is atrocious, especially when it comes to defending crosses. Usually, we tend to be good at it, but I don't know. It's been quite bad. And he scored a goal. He probably, to be fair, he should have also maybe gotten himself a hat trick. He scored a goal that was offside. Then there was another chance he had, which it looked like he was trying to chip Onana, but that didn't quite work out. But still. And then the second goal. And by the way, I believe for the first goal I think it was Gordon who got the assist, if I'm not mistaken. And the second goal, you had Joelinton scoring. And the way Joelinton was just bossing that midfield, I think people are now realizing we were really missing Ugarte in that midfield. He's important. But hey, we move. And here we have Don Hussam, Liverpool fan. Man United are having what seems to be our worst ever season. And you see our rival arch nemesis, potentially, I think stands, will be winning the league. I'm not buying the whole leopard in the tree gimmick you're having, Don Hussam. Khalas. It's over. You're winning the league, which makes me sick to my stomach. But we move. These players, well, I don't know what to do. I feel deflated. I feel sick to my stomach watching this haram football. And I see what Amorim's trying to do, but Lord have mercy, these players are not capable. Like I said, there's only a handful of players that I personally would keep. The rest can bounce. Literally. The rest, it's goodbye, good day. I do need to talk about Zirkzee. Yes, he didn't play well. I agree with that. But there's also a lot of other players that didn't play well. And I feel like he became a little bit of a scapegoat tonight. I didn't like that. He started the game. He got stopped up in the 32nd minute for Casemiro. And I was hearing a lot of the crowd, Man United fans were cheering, booing him. And it was reported that he almost was in tears. That's sad. And yes, he's been linked with the move away from Man United, potentially this January. And I think, to me, that probably would be the last game in a Man United shirt. I don't see him coming back from this. The window will be opening up, the transfer window, I mean, is opening up in less than 24 hours. I think he's leaving. I got, the home kit of the season. Zirkzee's at the back of it. I still haven't worn it, to be fair. And right now, looks to be that he's leaving, which is sad, because it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, Eddy, I will bring you on very shortly. Pico Dobrowski. Yeah, it's sad, people. It's very, very sad. I don't even know. And I would like to, of course, also hear Eddy's thoughts about that indeed. Let me read some more comments before we bring him in. Yes, I agree, Tolomba. These players are indeed bang average, can't adapt. A lot of them cannot adapt. Wait, are we actually 15th? No, we're not. No, we're not. Last time I checked, we were 14th. Wait. Let me double check. No, you're lying, Ravi. We're 14th. Get out of here. We're 14th. We're 14th. I feel for Amorim, he now needs to adapt to these players. No. I do not want Amorim to do what Ten Hag did, that I'm not able to, we can't play the Ajax way. Bun that. If these players can't do it, get rid of them. We bought him for a reason. We got it in away from Sporting. Yes, Sporting is struggling without him, but we got him. So if we're, I don't know about you guys, but I'm willing to suffer so that we can go to the better days. Are you willing to suffer? Are you willing to stick through the hardship, the tough times? Are you ready? I know I am, but I don't know if you guys are. Pick up Gary. Pick up J Panda. Pick up Llewellyn. Says we have to accept that United is just not the team we think they are. Get ready for a bumpy ride, people. Exactly. Get ready for a bumpy ride. Let me bring in my good friend, Eddy, because I want to hear his thoughts.
Yo, can you hear
Eddy.
me?
Yes, I don't know if you can hear me. It might be some potentially, but
Can hear you properly.
hopefully you can hear me.
First of all, I want to
good.
just ask how you're doing out there in Dubai.
I'm enjoying the vacation. I'm not letting man not ruin me, but right now I am annoyed. But after we're done with the stream, I will be, going about my day, enjoying New Year's Eve. But I am enjoying life here. The last couple of days before work, taking it in. But hopefully you're doing well as well. Hopefully
I'm doing
good.
okay. I could do with being on
Good.
holiday out there. Yeah, going for like a long camel ride, a nice long time to think, and just like not ponder about how bad Man United are, man. It's really bad. You know what? I want to go back to what Twalumba was saying, right? With what you're against, possibly adapting to some of these current bombs. Yeah. Let's take it into context, right? Amorim is a coach, yeah. From what we see, he's a coach because immediately he's trying to get his philosophy going. I do rate that, right? But clearly, this team is not built for the formation. They are just straight embarrassing, yeah. They've not had the key things you need for coaching, right? They've not had proper training. What is it? 1 game every 3 days. How do you train or drill even your current tactics properly when you've got that turnaround? Yeah, there's a whole culture change. Yeah, you need recovery time. Yeah, all these little things that you need, the little nuances, and you need some of your own players that know the system, right? Amorim's literally had none of that, so I'm really surprised, right, that he's not tried to adapt more to the players now, because you can do it for a small amount of time, Sofia, right? We've seen people like Arteta at Arsenal. I forgot who mentioned this. I heard someone say when Arteta started off with Arsenal, right? He was doing like the 5 at the back. He was kind of mitigating circumstances at that point because he knew he didn't have enough of his own players to do his fancy football that he wanted to do. But he only did it for like that half of that season. Yeah, and then went to his formula. So why can't Amorim do that then? Because he needs to arrest this form. This form is, how can we be in a relegation battle? How can we be? We can't, Sofia. We can't be doing relegation battles. Yeah, I know Amorim wants to try this formation, but it's not working. These, you know what they look like to me? They look like West Ham against Liverpool, right? You see how bad they were, toothless. Don is yeah. What is this? What's this? This
Liverpool fan.
Okay, I know I've done it some. Maybe we could maybe do a sin bin or something. But it's quite a distraction. But yeah, it's like Man United were defending like that West Ham against Liverpool in that 5-0. Yeah, they were trying to get players back. Like there's enough men back, but then they can't defend. It's like everyone's getting in each other's way. No one knows who to pick up, and it's just when it's like that, you can see the manager's message is not getting across to the players.
Look at this comment though. Is it on Amorim that these players cannot do the basics like a 5-yard pass?
And this comes to another point which I made on another person's channel, right? I think because there's so much pressure, right, and there's so much media distraction, it just seems like these players are playing the occasion. They're playing the narrative rather than playing the game. It's like these players are on Twitter with us, looking at all the narratives, looking at all the distractions. Because yeah, I was looking at Zirkzee passing the ball behind players. What's Diallo? What's happened to Diallo? Look like someone's just taking the spirit out of him. Like can't even do basic things as well. Something's going on mentally. So it needs to be a real big change as well. Like I was asking as well, is there a therapist for these players? Because you can't be that nervous performing. I'm actually deadly serious about that. I'm deadly serious. How can you be that?
I believe it, but
How can you be that nervous though? Like it looked like it was schoolboys like performing in a theater for the first time or something. Like what? Really? These guys getting paid millions to be this nervous. That's crazy.
it was bad. Eddie, I don't know what to do. Eddie, but I want to ask you, what did you think about the whole substitution of Zirkzee and the reception that he got? Did he hear about the fans actually cheering on the fact that he got subbed off? Some people even booing.
Oh yeah.
What do you make of that?
So yeah, in the moment, right? I didn't feel sorry for Zirkzee. I was like, yeah, come off.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. Even though you heard me like earlier on in the season, I was really bigging up this guy. I thought after that debut goal, he was really gonna go on some kind of run. But yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're meant to be a player coming to like a top club, you've got to be. And he's six. What? How tall is he? 6'4". He doesn't use that presence.
Something like
How
that.
tall?
hmm
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you've got a natural gift to help you with your confidence. You're not using your height. You're not using your presence, right? He's not. There's a certain thing you got to have, right? A certain kind of maverick kind of mentality or whatever it is, that aura. And it's maybe I'm being harsh. Yeah, maybe I'm being harsh, but it's I wasn't surprised that he came off because he was bad. He was bad. And it's not just him. It's not just him, but at the same time, an extra midfielder had to be put to help that, Casemiro and Eriksen. But in terms of the crowd reaction, I don't think it was actually that bad. I mean, I thought they were really cheering that, there's actually a change being made to help the midfield. Well, what's your thoughts on that? I didn't hear your thoughts.
Well, that I didn't like that. I personally can't treat somebody like that. I agree with subbing him. It was a bit like, ooh, when people are getting subbed off before halftime.
Yeah.
Ooh, like you feel bad, but it was the right decision because I did feel like Kobe add a bit more. Like that one, it makes sense when coming in. I did think he did better in my opinion, but I just feel more so like, okay, but why are people so mad at him? Like it should be more so about like Ineos maybe making a mistake by getting him. I don't think we should be putting all our energy into making Zirkzee feel bad.
That's true.
A lot of people tried to kind of give Hojlund a little bit of grace after his first season. Why can't we do the same thing for Zirkzee? And I agree with if Zirkzee has to go in January, it is what it is. I wish him the best. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it, but I feel bad, especially when the reports saying that after he got subbed off, like he was kind of go straight into tunnel, came back, looked to be that he was almost in tears. That sucks. That can mess up with somebody's. I'm a very big mental health advocate. I don't think that really helps anybody, especially when you're a bit younger as well. I don't think we need to treat our own like that. We can do it to other players, opposition, but our own players, I think we should be better than that. Surely.
I hear what you're saying. Sorry, I was gonna say like that they're getting a good pay packet, yeah, to handle a lot of this stress. I know what you're saying. Because rival teams or rival fans, they're doing enough of the trolling. Like, for me, like I said, when I heard the cheer, I thought it was more for the fact that the manager is being proactive, right? There was boos in there as well, but it wasn't like it was raucous, like, you know what I mean, like a mad
Yeah,
amount of boos.
but people like on Twitter were saying basically that, other people next to them were literally cheering because he got subbed off.
Right.
Not for, okay, the manager making a tackle. It's more so in direct correlation to Zirkzee being. That's when I think it's wrong. It's more so,
Right.
okay, yes, this is a good substitution. Okay, that's good tactical. Managers making moves. Okay, but you're singling him out, it makes it seem like he's a scapegoat.
Yeah.
And I think also after this first game, a lot of fans was also kind of then turning on Casemiro. There's a thing with this fan base sometimes. I don't like this. It's too much player FC. We're going after certain players to build an agenda in terms of other players. So by trying to build one player up, we tear down another player. So there's either a lot of people love Zirkzee, but then hate on Hojlund, or they hate on Hojlund, but then love Zirkzee. There's never like, it could just be Man United. Who cares? I don't like this.
You know what, Sophia? I'll say
At all.
this is obviously everyone's got their own individual will to do what they want in the fan base. Like, we can't govern everyone, right? It's not like there's like a 10 commandments, thou shalt not do this or do that, right? People are going to do their different kind of thing in terms of support. I know there is a general unwritten rule of, okay, never boo your own players or never do that, yeah? But this is life, man. This is like, we know this is supposed to be the best legacy team in the Premier League. And what we're seeing, yeah, is just making all different kinds of personalities in the fan base go crazy. The amount of infighting we've seen, the amount of trolling our own players. I mean, I'm guilty of it. On my channel, I've done animations where I've trolled the team, but some of these players do not deserve to be in that kit, and they deserve to have some ridicule, right? I'm not saying, okay, just be booing, like, because there's a mental health thing. I get it. I get that kind of thing. But this is also, we respond to what we're getting given, right? And these guys getting paid a lot, right? They know what Manchester United is. They know all the baggage, and they're dishing up this crap for us. We're suffering. They're dishing up crap. I get it. We should not do the player FC thing, yeah. But I think there's a culture at the club where a lot of players try to be individuals rather than work as a team, and that kind of influences the player FC thing. You see a lot of people try and shoot when they shouldn't be shooting, trying to be the savior. Right? That's annoying.
We have a bunch of selfish players. I hate the amount of chances that we be getting often, and we can't seem to score goals. And it's like sometimes when we ask them to shoot, they pass. And when we ask them to pass, they shoot. Guys, please make a proper good decision for once. I beg. Some of these players just aren't good enough. A lot of them has to go. They have to go. So Ineos, y'all messed up with Dan Ashford. You messed up with maybe Zirkzee. Okay, I think made a good decision with Mazraoui. We've been putting, hey, big up. But there's also a couple of other decisions that hasn't been good. The off the field stuff with cutting a lot of, in terms of like financial decisions, yada yada yada. Okay, well then make it count for something then. I need, when the window opens, a couple of players got to go, a couple of players got to come in. I know we can't get rid of all of them, but we have to make sure that some of them goes. What do you make of? I haven't really heard. Have we talked about the whole Rashford incident, the whole situation?
No.
I don't think we have. Have we? What do you make of it? Him now, of course, having played for several games since the Manchester derby, then on the bench for this game, not used. What do you think? Let me know.
There's been, big up to Vegeta about it. I was just on his channel before, so hopefully hitting the like as well, bro. But on the Rashford thing, right? It's so convoluted as well. Like, there's so many different things in the narrative with such an average player. Like literally, we as fans can see what's really happened, right? It's almost like this player has been treated like he's a legend that's been disrespected. You know what I mean? Like he deserves to get some kind of grace period, even this far into his career. Even though we've seen like it's pretty much been like one good season, one bad, one good, one bad, and recently it's like just bad, right? And he's not an awesome player to be having the media, the English media, be biased and stick up for him. You know what I mean? And then in those press conferences, we're seeing almost every question in a certain press conference was just about Rashford. It's like this guy he's not doing it. He's not doing the business. Yeah, he started off well for Amorim, but then he went and showed his old habits, didn't he? Of like not working hard enough for the team, just all little things where you're like, remember that one thing he did against Arsenal where he's trying to do kick-ups in the corner, and then that led to a corner for Arsenal, and then they scored from it. It's like dumb things like that. He's guilty of doing quite a lot of that stuff. Yes, there's other players that are, but he's clearly done something behind the scenes to anger Amorim. He's done something Sancho-esque, right? Yeah. And obviously, both situations are not going to be the same because maybe the Sancho and Ten Hag one, maybe, I don't know, maybe Ten Hag was to blame a little bit for that. But we can see from Rashford's behavior over certain seasons, he's a prima donna, right? There's he's temperamental. So, yeah, for me, he should, hopefully he goes as soon as possible. And I'm sure if Amorim thought he could use him, he'd go back on his decision to leave him out and then bring him back in. But he's not using him. So you got to respect the manager, right? He's the guy in charge for the moment. So that's my thoughts on that.
Well said. I mean, I agree with you. We said like the thing is, I was a bit surprised when he got picked to be on the bench, but he wasn't played. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Most likely he'll be leaving, whether it'll be on loan or we sell him. It's kind of irrelevant. I don't think we're just going to see him in a Man United kit ever again, play for Man United. To be fair, and it'll be best for both parties to go our separate ways, to be fair. And of course it's sad especially when it's one of your own and it ends in the way it's ended. But I also do think that the media's gone a bit too far. Like I think it's boring now. And also with like the amount of stories that is coming out every single day, animating with there's every Man United manager under that's been there since Rashford, they've had an issue. And it's like, do we need the pile on? I feel like it's starting to get a bit more of a character assassination now. Like, we get it. Okay, he has his fair share of issues, yada, yada, yada. Can we just leave it at that and move on? It's too much. And I feel bad for Amorim having to answer the same damn questions. Let it be. Let it be. We don't need even more to stress about. So, once and for all, he has to go just this January window, get a better replacement, and move on. And I think Garnacho should go with him as well, because he offers nothing when he comes on. Annoys the crap out of me.
Which one?
I'm done with him. Garnacho.
Oh, Garnacho. Okay. Yeah. I mean, people will say he's still young and can be, growing into something, but I just don't think he's the right profile for like what Man United are trying to do. No, it's almost like a counter player.
Yeah, I also think it's the hype that came with him. Of course, he made a name for himself. Very excited when he first broke through. Been a big fan, but I think he might be a bit too ahead of himself when it comes to the hype.
Yeah.
A little bit of a diva. And it's like,
definitely.
Like
divas, prima donnas. It's too many of these guys that they think they're
brother
better
is an issue. I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree. And his brother is an issue. If you see on social media, his brother is an issue. So respectfully, I think he got to go. Casemiro probably might be going as well. There were certain men that just annoyed the crap out of me. Dallo, I'm done with him as well. I've been done with him for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I want to hear you. Okay, so we want to, of course, have a complete overhaul. Whether or not, of course, we won't get rid of all of them by January. But if we can get rid of some of them. But I want to ask you now, Eddy, what are the players you would want to keep if you can be, a part of Ineos? You have all the power. Who are you saying, okay, these are the guys that I'm keeping. These are the guys that I'm going to rely on. Let me know.
Okay. First of all, can I just shout out Vegeta's comment at 11:05, talking about Amorim and Ineos. Yeah. I just hope that we're not having the what's the saying? The wool pulled over our eyes. Is that the saying where it's like they're trying to trick us with who's actually in control? Because like it seems like just Ineos is the only ones being talked about, right? When it is obviously Glazers are overseeing everything. They've employed these guys for the football side, but it's like we still got to hold everyone accountable. So I'm hoping, and this will lead into your question, right? The Glazers have got enough for these finances for this proper rebuild, right? Because like this, the amount of money now that's just been bludgeoned on this fraudulent Ten Hag, is you got to rebuild the rebuild. It's like you can't be doing that. So anyway, you're asking what players, right? Are you saying for like overall or just for like one kind of window? What's the logistics for this?
Overall.
So I'm just keeping like people at Euro, people that have got the impressionable mind. Yeah. Onana, you're gonna have to take a loss, because this guy, I don't understand. I mean, some of the goals that went in tonight, I thought he could have done a bit better too. Like maybe I'm being harsh, but yeah, he just seems like he's rooted to his line as well. Have you noticed that? I think people have said this before. He just doesn't come out of his he doesn't come away from his line enough to like command his area. We said that about De Gea too, so this is actually really bad that he's doing a similar thing. So yeah, Onana gone. Yeah, like you said about Dalot. I've been saying about Dalot for a couple seasons actually. I think he's bang average. When things go wrong, they really go wrong for him. I don't think he's that good at tackling. He was trying some slide tackles today. He was so desperate to be trying to tackle. He wasn't like Wan-Bissaka with the slide tackle. He was just like straight desperation. Like some of the tackles were good, but it's like, you can see he's just too erratic. So I think I'm just going to try and shorten this up and say who I keep properly. So I'm keeping, like I said, keep Euro, Ugarte, right? The lick is crap though. Keeping Mazraoui. The strikers can go. Wingers can go, apart from Diallo. So pretty much I'm keeping Diallo, Ugarte, Euro, right? Is that three? I've already said 3 players. I can't really think of anyone else. A lot of these guys make me so angry.
Menu?
Oh yeah, Menu, another good one. So these are players that are relatively still young, right? That can be worked with. I can't think of anyone.
You said Ahmad?
Yeah, I said Ahmad. Yeah,
Mazraoui?
Ericsson. Mazraoui, yeah, keep him. What's it? Malacia gone. What is it? I said Ericsson and Casemiro too old. Hojlund is just twerking up front, man. I don't like Amorim. Surely must have told him why you just keep like why are you marking defenders? Can you find the space?
How is Tulumba saying Mazraoui has to go? Mazraoui has been our best player alongside.
There was
Tulumba, by the way, wait, I'm sorry. I have to address a quick comment from Tulumba. Tulumba, You know I love you, mate. But this one, Sofia, the sentimental feeling you have for these players is the reason they are still here. Sentimental.
Ooh.
Told you, there's 5, 6 players I keep from the entire squad. And you call me sentimental?
Ooh, shots fired.
Tulumba. Tulumba, listen to me. Some of your fan favorites, and when I say you, I'm talking about everybody. So the people that are watching here. Some of y'all's fan favorite can bounce. They can go. Adios. So the only ones that I'm keeping is Ahmad, Mazraoui, Kabi, Yoro, Ugarte, and the Ligt. 6. The rest, bye-bye.
Can I ask why you're
If
keeping the
that is
Ligt?
sentimental, because I still think the thing is he just came in, and I still think that in a back three, I think he can work.
Okay.
I still do like him.
He's looking
He's
shady
grown
though.
on me, and this comes from me.
Mm.
Nah, but there's other players that I think are way more shady.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Your facial expression is funny.
He was good
What
to
is
start
funny?
off
Because
with,
one
but
says,
he's just been slowly getting worse for in my opinion.
wait a minute. You're saying we shouldn't have made Joshua Zirkzee cry, please. What? So that means I'm sorry. Tulumba. I can make fun of other players. I be shouting at the TV for my own players. All I'm saying is booing him when he wasn't the only player that was bad. That to me is wrong. Let's boo the team as a collective,
Wow.
but let's not go after certain players. And he wasn't the only one that was trash. So if that means I'm sentimental, then hey, I don't know. I just don't like doing that. I don't like going after certain players and being like, boo, cheering. I don't like doing that. That's just me. But hey, agree to disagree. Yeah. Either way. On the bright side, Rooney's having a mare at Plymouth. That's not a bright side.
Why is that a bright side?
Why is that Gary? Why is that good? He's a former Man United player. I don't want him to do bad. But he gotta retire as a manager. Managing isn't for you, Rooney. It's not for you.
You know what, Sophia? I wish one of these Sir Alex, one of these mini Sir Alex Fergusons could be doing well, and that a lot of them have failed.
I think Carrick.
Oh, Carrick. Okay, I forgot about Carrick. Okay, there's an
well.
exception. Nice. Well, yeah.
there's
Hopefully, Rooney
something.
can turn something around. That's poor what he's been doing.
I think Rooney just the same goes with even with Gerrard and like Lampard. Like some of them just aren't great players, but as managers they just don't have it, and that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's because obviously I don't want to get into it too deep, but we know Sir Alex was really good at that man managing, that getting the psychological and emotional.
He's a proper people's person,
Yeah, and that's what these players need. They need something psychological to help them just kick on now, because this just seems to be it's such a mental thing, because there's no way these players can't do 5-yard passes or 1-2s. But
the thing is, though, Eddie, they've done it under multiple coaches now. Multiple.
But this
some
is weird,
of them just are not good enough.
But it's different players have come in though that are now doing the same as the Deadwood. So it's like, why is that happening? Do you know what I mean?
They've been bitten by the bug.
Yeah,
they're bitten by the bug.
So
we just got to get rid of a lot of these players. And it's also been bad recruitment over the years as well. Like, with John Mert or Richard Arnold, with Ten Hag. Like, it's not good. So over the years, unfortunately, very bad recruitment. We should have done better. And we need to just get rid of a lot of the deadwood. Like, I need us to just be like, you know what? Okay, Zirkzee now has been here for a few months. It hasn't worked out. Okay, go. And some other players as well that's been here for years. Okay, bye Bye-bye. Anthony, you've been here for 2 years. Thank you, but goodbye. Licha, might not have worked out. Goodbye. Onana, bye. You know, I'm so tired of this kumbaya, trying to be loyal to. No, get rid. If you're not good enough, bye. Bye. I'll give you one season. But the thing is, with Zirkzee, he's not even getting one season. He might not even get 6 months. But regardless, bye.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what? Can I just say real quick? Yeah, I just hope that Ineos, like they're not this pretty much the same as like what these Glazers were doing with their hierarchies in terms of they have like a plan, but then it just starts to like fall away as fans get angry, as results don't go right, and then they do like something reactionary. You know what I mean? Just buy players based off of some kind of fad, some kind of craze that's going on, rather than researching if that player fits into the team, right? Because like that Zirkzee seems like that.
And I hear you.
Yeah, Zirkzee's good, but were we looking for a false nine in this team? No. So why was this guy bought?
That is,
You know what I mean?
but obviously, like with the whole Dan Ashworth thing, like, okay, you made a mistake, you can rectify it. I'm okay with if you're making mistakes, then rectify it. Make sure you go make the right decision after that. If you sell him to Juve or he goes on loan to you, most likely probably would be sold to you, but maybe like a loan, but with a buy up, the obligation to buy, for instance, then okay. But then you get somebody else. Who are we going to get? Are we then going to go for Jokeris? Or are we going to get the Victor Osimhen? Give me something, somebody. But you got to fix this mess. Because you can't have Hojlund being the, the proper vocal point up front. The fact that he got the number 9 shirt as well, I think that was a bit too soon. But that's just me. Because now there's probably an expectation that he should be the number 9, which I don't think he should. He can be a good bench option. That's fine. But I was never all for putting him in like last season with having him be that number 9. I think we should have gotten a Harry Kane or Ivan Toney, to be fair. Ivan Toney would have been brilliant. But here we are. So we have made mistakes. Are you willing to fix it? If Rashford then goes, are we going to bring a proper winger in? Okay, we have a new system. Are we going to get some proper wing backs in? Because right now, Dallo doesn't work as a wing back. He can't cross to save his life. Mazraoui, to be fair, looks to be a lot better on as one of the 3 in the center backs. The back 3. Looks a bit more solid there, in my opinion. But he can still do a job as a wing back.
I'm not sure. Because remember that slide tackle he did when he was like trying to defend in the box. I think was that against Bournemouth. I don't know if he's got the composure enough to be a centre back if he's doing slide tackles like that lead to penalties.
I think he does, but I think also it's because he's probably been overused and he got himself a knock. I think it was in the Spurs game, and then he ended up playing after. Or maybe a game before that. Might have been the City game. Either way, so it's about managing that properly as well.
Yeah.
You need options. So Rome says now Amorim needs to make changes to fit this team. In my opinion, they can't learn and adapt. They're dumb. No, we can't, because now. Oh, by the way, Llewellyn, thank you, because that would be nice to end off the stream with reading some quotes from Amorim. That would be good. But to answer or to kind of comment and Palumba's comment here, I just feel like for me, I can't do this whole let's try to adapt to the players. Of course, you should be adapting. I think we should always be having a certain style of play, but you can adapt to certain games. That's fine. But I don't want us to completely scramble, forget about his philosophy, and just to accommodate these players. Because then we're going backwards. We have to got to ride the storm.
I think Palumba means just for this bad period of time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Palumba.
No,
I think it just means just to stop. Come on, we're just losing every game. We've got to do something where the players actually can play. These current players can play better.
But we did that under
Even
Ten Hag, and look what that got us.
Sorry.
We're not getting anywhere with that. I'm sorry. Guys, listen to me. Guys, hey, look up. Listen. Are you willing to ride storm? Are you willing to suffer? Are you willing to go through some tough, bad times? I know I am, but are you? And with that, it means we cannot lose the principles. Yes, I know it sucks that we're losing these games, but these players, a lot of them, just aren't cut out for it, which means you got to get some new players in. Keep the ones that are willing to learn, that are capable to learn. The others can bounce. But trying to do this, let's just, change it up so we can win more games. No, guys, no. We did this with Ten Hag. Look where that got us. Thank you for the Carabao Cup. Shukran. Thank you very much for the FA Cup. Gracias. But you know what? It's no more. I'm riding the storm.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Sophia, just real quick though. I mean, we've got to look at the nuances of different situations here because I see Vegeta in the comments is also agreeing with you as well. Like, okay, don't let these. I think he put don't let these criminals ruin another manager. Ten Hag, we saw Ten Hag. He adapted. I especially remember when we lost 4-0 to Brentford, right? And the players showed they couldn't play out from the back properly and do this whole little bit of his philosophy. So he changed it from there. I think the problem is Ten Hag didn't make a situation where he was going to get back to his Ajax identity, right? He tried to stay on this kind of amalgamating what is it? I think he said something about the old-fashioned style of Man United, with transitional play and then something else. He was trying to do too much in terms of adapt to the players and the Premier League, right? Me and Twalumba, I'm pretty sure we're just saying, just calm this situation down, yeah? Because we're getting worse. How many records do we need to break this season? That's embarrassing. How close do we need to get to the relegation zone? Yeah, you've got to stop this
with Ten Hag as well. We did that with Ten Hag as well. We broke a lot of records. Where did that get us?
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't go back towards his true philosophy. He kept it convoluted and mixed up, and it was like Frankenstein.
That's the problem. But that was the problem.
But like I said, Arteta was able to do that, though, where he changed the style about the start and then went, okay, I've got it all sturdy. And now I've got a transfer window. Now I can cook with my football that I'm doing, which is quicker. And it's not 5 at the back. It's false 9, 2 inside forwards.
Listen to this one here. Look. These players need to take responsibility. Amorim has confirmed that he's not changing his principles. Eric bought these players for a specific system, yet they couldn't play in that system. Exactly. The worst part is he got an Anthony, who's his player. He got Licha, who's his player. Onana, who's his player. Mazraoui, who's his player. De Ligt, who he made captain at 19 years old. Eriksen, who used to play the Ajax system. Their players, and still we weren't able to play that Ajax system. So respectfully, and that goes to everybody, I'm not happy because I feel like we are giving these players an out. We're giving them an out by then, an excuse for them to be able to do what they're doing right now. No, we have to cater for their needs. We got to make sure that they are comfortable with playing. But no, how about these players aren't good enough? This club. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired.
Okay, then I'll say this then. The season's a write-off then because he clearly can't drill this formation. He can't drill it. It's one game every 3 days. There's no time for training. There's no time for recovery. So everyone, then we've just got to put up with losing almost every game. These guys have got no confidence. The fitness is going to be. I mean, he's rotating quite a bit. So But when you're not confident, your fitness tends to go down anyway. So there's going to be hardly anything in the tank. These guys are playing with 5 at the back, and they're still shedding loads of chances. It's West Ham level. So we're going to do a relegation battle then this season.
We are in a relegation battle. In my preview, I said road to 40 points. Road to 40 points, and then we'll be safe for one more season. We're doing Chelsea settings like they were doing last season, the season before that. Respectfully, road to 40 points. I believe that we could try to salvage the season. I've given up. I just don't want to get relegated. That's where I'm at.
That's the standard. I mean, in a rebuild, that could even be in consideration for a rebuild team.
But this is what Ineos decided to do when basically giving Ten Hag a contract extension and getting rid of him, and getting a new manager in was it November? Late November. Oh, December. Something in that order. But regardless, that's on them. We should have made sure we've gotten a new manager. Yeah, we should have gotten a new manager after the FA Cup. But regardless, I want to read some quotes before we wrap up. Ruben Amorim on losing to Newcastle. It was really hard on us. They are a better team. He also was asked about the substitution on Joshua Zirkzee. You had to think about the team and also sometimes about the player as the player was suffering. I felt the team was suffering and needed another midfielder. And then he says, it's important to know that the players, and I know Josh is a really good guy, he will have the support.
That's good.
What else? Yes, he also says, Josh is a really good guy. When he went to the tunnel, I can understand some guys can be in a bad way, but he's a really good lad. It is life, and we will support Josh and continue. Newcastle were better than Man United. They weren't better than Josh. Okay.
No, I get that. It's a team game, isn't it? Trying to put everything on the team. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, good.
Yeah. He then says, when you have these kind of moments, it is really hard to turn things around, especially when you don't have a lot of time to train. Like you mentioned earlier, by the way, Eddy, we have to acknowledge our position the way you see the league. There are more, by the way. And then he did talk about strengthening in a January window. He says, we don't have that possibility in January. You know that situation. And then he says, I think our club needs a shock.
Yeah. Well, like when you resuscitate with the defibrillator. Clear.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, I think the players lose everything, the small things we try to work on in training after one goal mentality, like you mentioned, Eddy. They lose everything because we don't have time to build the base to cope with the difficult moments. It's hard in this moment. What else did he say? And then he shuts down a journalist who says he should change the system back. Because that has happened a few times. I think also after the Wolves game, because, Wolves have gotten a new manager. And he's like won back-to-back games, right? So they was also talking about, okay, but he, his system is working. What about you? So now, obviously, he shuts down another journalist. He says, when you have a change in coach, especially in this club, it's because they are not winning. And the players play specifically in the system they were bought for and chosen perfectly for that system. In that moment, with 2 years working in preseason, they were losing. So I'm going to change for that system that I don't believe to win games. It doesn't make sense.
Wow. Well, is that the last one? Is there more?
One more? I think one more. Asked about Rashford and whether he made a statement by not bringing Rashford on. I think about the team. You think a lot about Marcus. I think about the team. I'm not making a point.
Oh, good stuff. I bet the media went like that. I bet they wanted to do some kind of narrative on, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna do. And then one more. I don't want to arrive here and make excuses. I think people are tired of excuses in this club. I agree. Our club needs a shock, and we have to understand that. And we're getting the shock, all right. But yeah, that's that. Thoughts before we wrap up?
Well, sorry, what was the there was a second to last one where I've just forgotten what that was. Do you mind going back? The second to last one you read.
Wait, I just closed that. Let me double check. Second to last, that was the. Oh, I don't want. No, that was not that one. As for you talk about the statement on the Rashford.
The one before that one, sorry.
No, before that was when he shuts down a journalist because of the system.
I think it. No, it doesn't matter. There's quite a lot to take in.
Go
There was
ahead.
one which I was going to say a point on it and it went, but overall, can I just say, right? I like you know, the support for Joshua, right? Saying that you know, it's not. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying now. It's like saying, you know, that Newcastle's not better than Joshua. I think he said it's like, you know what I mean? It's talking about how it's a team game, isn't it? Like, I like that. Whereas, like, he's not trying to say, "Oh, Joshua was the reason for like why we were losing. Needed an extra midfielder in there." That's what I assumed it was as well, and a lot of people saw. I think it would have been nice to back up what you were saying about the boos, because like surely Amorim would have heard the boos. Maybe you could have said something to fans to say, "Let's try not to boo our own players" and stuff like that. Maybe that could have been in there, but. You know, it's easy to speak from here, isn't it? Like we're not feeling that kind of pressure on the anger that Amorim is feeling. So there's only so much you can say, right? Yeah, I do like how he's sticking to his guns, right? But at the same time, like me and Twalumba are saying, there could be a bit of adaptation just for a minor period, not through the whole tenure, right? But I like how he's sticking to his guns, right? I like how he's not feeding into the Rashford thing. I hope he keeps closing that down, because like it's just too much of a distraction. So there's so many different things to fix, and
there's a lot.
Yeah,
we got a lot of work to do.
Yes,
but are you willing to ride the storm, Eddy? Are you willing?
I'm quite an emotional guy, and at times, and then I'm quite logical at times. So I go in between these kind of extremes, yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, man. I could say one thing now, and then let's say we lose another 2-3 games, and I'm saying something different. I want to be patient and say, okay, if Amorim's gonna stay with this formula, yeah. Maybe he can change a few things, okay?
Okay.
Maybe a few things. Because it's not working. I mean, he did change something today. He went, okay, Zirkzee's not working. I'm going to put in Menu. Yeah?
Yep.
Maybe you start off with that kind of thing now where you've got the extra midfielder in from the start. How about that, Amorim? You don't have to go all the way back to 4-2-3-1. Don't just completely compromise. Do a little tweak then. Yeah, I want to see that kind of thing. Hopefully we see that, because we've all seen that game. I heard there was fans in a certain chat that I was in. They were turning off the game after 2-0. I stayed in there. Yeah, I was watching to the end. It was so painful. It's like we've lost our aura.
Yeah.
We've lost our tactics. We've lost confidence. How many variables have we lost? Yeah. Okay, we're losing the physical stadium. It's leaking. All kinds of things are leaking. It's like a slow radioactive decay, right? And this may be obviously a little bit of short-term pain for long-term gain. But Amorim, I think he's got to do better in terms of managing the situation, right? Because I don't know if he's going to reveal himself just to be a good coach rather than good manager, yeah? And I heard this on a different channel where they were talking about how Pep is one of the greatest coaches, but when he's got to manage a situation where the tactics, just ain't working, he's stubborn, and he won't manage the fact that this current Man City team is not good at playing a high press system. They just get counterattacked, right? You're not able to kind of go a bit deeper, maybe play a low block at times. Is Amorim this kind of guy where he's just got to be about it's just got to be my philosophy rather than these players are horrible. These players are prima donnas. These players don't have the mentality to do my thing. Hopefully, it can be a little bit of both of what you're saying and what I'm saying, and don't completely compromise. Just work something out, man. I couldn't believe how nervous they were today, Sofia. I'm worried. I'm worried. So you're asking, have I got patience to stick with this team? These current players, no. But we'll see if this team's going to be changed, isn't it? In these transfer windows. I think you said the January ones. That's not on, is it? I remember saying that there's not going to be changes, right?
The thing that is what he's saying, but then again, there's been multiple. You never know. Usually, United don't really always like. At least the last few years, we don't really be going completely in January. Often there's been like loan moves. Remember when we got like Sabitzer in, Weghorst?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know, but then again, it looks to be that I still feel like we're going to do something. I think so. They have to, because the fans will turn if they don't do anything.
Yeah, I'm hoping some loans can be done then, because obviously
something.
It's better to, because halfway through the season, it's hard to get players that you actually are top value that you want to keep for.
But there are reports saying that Man United won't be getting loans. If they're gonna get anything, that it has to be permanent, is what some reports are saying. But I don't know. I generally don't know. I just hope we get somebody in. We have to get some players in, and some players got to go. We have to.
I think just one more point is that there's so many overlapping fields of fire here, and I mean that in the way where, I mean, I mentioned it earlier. We all know it's a rebuild of a rebuild, right? But then there's the whole Deadwood stuff before that as well. So it's like it's layers of crap going on. So, you know what I mean? Amorim may not be the guy. He may not be the guy. He may be too inexperienced to come into where.
Maybe he's the guy before the guy. You don't know?
Yeah, he could be.
He said it himself. I might not be the guy, but you don't know. He might be the guy before the guy. Yeah.
Sofia, he can't have the team doing what has happened at Old Trafford in the last 2 games. Teams are coming to get clean sheets at the club now. No, that's almost blasphemy in terms of what Manchester United is as a legacy team. There should still be something that can be a mitigating circumstance to get these guys, just to get some results, to make it kind of respectable, right? Because Amorim said himself, I've got to buy time as well. He said that in I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said he's got to buy time as well as being given time. You're not buying time right now, sir. You've got to change some stuff. And it comes back to the thing that you don't want. May have to be some adaptation to these current prima donnas. As in, they get some of their own way to play better.
Strap up, people, because we got a long season ahead.
Yeah. Dig your trenches deep. Yeah. Get your blankets.
Get your blankets. Get anything you need. Because right now, it's not looking too good. But you know what? It is what it is. If you're seeing people, and unfortunately, Man United didn't end the year on a high, but we move. Hopefully, better days to come in 2025. Still mad to think that it'll be 2025. Oh, by so quick. But I wish you all a lovely New Year's Eve. The same goes to you, Eddie. I hope you have a lovely time.
You too.
And yeah, thank you. We're not gonna let Man United ruin our spirit. No,
We'll try not to.
we try not to. I was about to say that we try not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, clock is about to be 4 a.m. here soon.
Oh wow.
So
You know what? Sorry,
yeah,
can I just
but
say
it's
you're a
fine.
trooper for still doing content even though you're on holiday? I would just not even looking at the football, to be honest. Maybe that makes me less of a fan, but so be
No,
it.
for me, no, nothing wrong with that. I still wanna watch because it's just a part of day-to-day life, and part of the vacation is also watching football. Even though my team is losing, it's still a part of life. And making content, it's just I like it. So that's kind of that. But big up though, people. Big up. Make sure you do subscribe to Eddie's channel. I have linked it in the description box, so show him some love. Do we have any new videos coming up, Eddie, anytime soon? Animation
There
videos?
should be like a kind of like it's going to be a late Christmassy one that I was working on that I didn't manage to get out on time, so that'll be coming out for Man United. I mean, so look out for that.
Okay.
And I may do just a reaction to like what's been going on with Amorim so far. So look out for that. But obviously, hopefully, first and foremost, everyone is subscribing. That anyone that's new, subscribing to Sofia's Football Talk, of course, and hitting the likes. Still free to hit that like. So why would you not hit it? So yeah, big up to everyone in the chat as well. Everyone's putting loads of comments and there's like really good interaction. So I appreciate everyone.
Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I appreciate it. I mean, yes, Tio is doing a madness, but we do appreciate the interaction from you guys being so active. So big up to you all. Once again, Happy New Year. Hope that you all are, just enjoying yourself and whatever this new year has in store for us. I hope it's going to be good for each and every one of us. So, yep. And the same goes for our team. Jeez. I beg. I'm tired. Pray. Hope and pray. Literally. But guys, I will most likely probably I won't be doing any new live stream until I'll be back. So basically I'll be back a few hours before the Liverpool Man United game. So I will be able to watch it and I'll do a live stream reaction straight after that game. We will be having some videos up, a couple of vlogs and some football videos here and there. So if you don't want to miss out on all of that, then make sure that you are subscribed, have on the notification bell button because YouTube is doing a little bit of that madness with not notifying you guys on the videos. So you gotta have the notification. Okay. But yeah, other than that, don't think I have anything up for tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. But peace out, people. We will be back soon. Wish you all well and goodbye. Peace out.